What's going on, man? You back with another episode of Hood Talks TV, man. And I'm about to touch up on the topic of the company you keep, people you keep around you. The people that's always hollering that rah-rah, they're going to be there, they're going to ride, they're going to do this and that. But when the situations really go down and when the situations happen, everybody turn fake, everybody disappear, everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody got something to live for then. So I'm going to touch up on that topic, man, how a dude that I used to hang with almost took me down with him. Yeah, he got 60 fed. And he tried to take me down with him. And I'm just going to kick it off and tell y'all how it went. So, boom. I had this female friend that knew me since I was little. I knew her since back in the day at the hotels and shit. She used to cook. She used to sell. She used to do everything. So, I've been knowing her for a minute. I end up getting grown. I'm like 18 to 19 at this time. I got a motherfucking blue and white candy Chevy on 24s, dust covers, screens falling out the ceiling, all that shit. So I linked back up with her, and it was like 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. I linked back up with her. She was telling me, she was like, hey man, my homeboy, he out of Fort Worth, man. He be trying to come down here, but he don't know nobody. He don't know who to fuck with, you know what I mean? He don't know who to trust, who to. I'm like, shit, tell that nigga to hit me up, shit. He could try, I go get him some hoes, you know what I mean? Tell him to hit me up. So long story short, she ended up telling him, when he came to the city, when he came to the town, he ended up hitting me up. Hey, what's going on, man? This whoop-de-whoop homeboy. Yeah, she just told me I could hit you, you'll show me around. So I'm like, bet, all right, cool. So he ended up coming through. I ended up chopping it up with him. You know what I mean? We picking each other brain. Come to find out, I fucked with him because the nigga was real. Like, he, you know, at the time, you know, shit was real. Like, he was real. And so I'm fucking with him, you know what I mean? And I'm showing him around. I'm showing him the ropes and everything. Showing him the clubs, what to do, what not to do, who to look for around here. You know, all that. And we started getting closer and closer. Like, we started getting closer and closer, cooler and cooler. So we used to always take this little trip, like 20 minutes out, you know what I mean, to a little old bitty town that his baby mama stayed in. We used to always take a trip up there, you know. And one day, you know, we cool as hell. And one day, you know, I just me being me, knowing what he did, you know, he sold drugs, he sold meth. So just knowing what he did, you know, the conversation had to come up. So I tell him, I'm say, shit, bro, anytime, you know, I'm gonna keep it real 100 with you every day, all day. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna never play with nothing. But at the end of the day, I need that same back. I need that same energy back. So I'm on some shit like, bro, if we ever get pulled, I tell him this, if we ever get pulled over, bro, take your case, take what's yours. And if I got anything on me, I'm taking what's mine. That was agreement. You know how niggas do. Oh, bro, that's mandatory. You shouldn't even have to say that. You know, I'm just like, all right, bet, cool. You know, like, just, you know, to hold your end of the bargain up, you know. So one time, like, we was going to this little bitty town that we always go to. We was going out there, and we was coming back. And when we was coming back, a state trooper had pulled us over. So the state trooper hit the red and blues and shit, but at this time I'm barred out. I'm on bars and shit. That's when I took Xanax. So I'm barred out. He telling me to wake up because he's scared. He don't want to be the only one awake when the police come. And I'm like, yeah, all right, nigga, like, we ain't got nothing but some Xans, nigga, like, that's already stuffed. You know what I mean? Like, all right. So I'm falling back to sleep. He, no, get up with me and all that. So, you know, I get up, you know what I mean? The state trooper come over to my side first, which was weird as fuck. And then he was like, he was asking us where we was going. He went over to his side, asked him the same shit. We stuck to the story. We stuck to the script, you know what I mean? Everything was kind of kosher. Then nobody, you know what I mean? Everything was good. So he ended up letting us go. So we got let go. We went on about our business. So I'm like, yeah, okay. The nigga real then, you know what I mean? So later on down the line, we tight now. We so tight, my homeboys from the hood trying to rob dude, because dude had it, you feel me? So my homeboys from the hood, they trying to rob him. I'm so cool with the nigga at this time. I'm like, nah, bro, that's my nigga, bro. I can't let you do that. And they was really trying to. They was getting at me every other day, man. J-Rock, you need to go and let us go and get him. Ooh. I'm like, nah, bro, like this how I'm eating, because the nigga was so cool, bro. The nigga, like, he'd go buy a nigga $400 shoes and shit and be like, yeah, bro, fuck it, get what you want. Anywhere I go, shit, you going with me, shit, nigga, you gonna eat too. You know what I mean? And but I should have known because like one day like he come up like we talking and shit, we having a conversation. And he come out of nowhere and he was like, yeah, but shit, if you was to take a case, you ain't got no record. If you was to take a case, they ain't even gonna give you nothing. They gonna give you some probation or something. They ain't even gonna give you nothing. So I'm like, yeah, you probably right, but I ain't taking no case. I just ain't taking no case for nobody unless it's mine. If it's damn right mine, then yeah, okay, cool. Bam. So, this one day he hit me. He was like, hey man, go down the highway with me. Go to Fort Worth with me. He was like, man, come down there, fool. And when I was down there the last time with him, I was like, man, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna get these motherfuckers. They was some Air Max 97, the rainbow one. I'm telling them, nigga, I'm gonna get them hoes. They were like $400 at DK's. So I'm telling them how much I want them hoes, how much I was finna come get them hoes. He tell me that day, he was like, I had a funny feeling about going that day. I was like, nah, bro, I ain't trying to fuck with it, bro. I ain't trying to go, bro. And he was like, man, come on, bro. He was like, remember them 97s you wanted? He was like, nigga, what you think? Nigga, I'm going to get them for you. What do? So I'm like, for real? All right, fuck it. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I get on the highway with him. Should have followed my first instinct. You know what I mean? And I get on the highway with him, you know, knowing he going down there to get on. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, I'm thinking that same thing, nigga. We already know what's up. If anything happens, shit, I claim was mine, claim was yours, and that's how it be. So we end up going down there. We go to Fort Worth. We go to the club. We go to an after-hour spot. And we go get on. By the time he go get on, though, I'm already in the car asleep. It's the after hours. Goddamn me, I'm in the car asleep like a motherfucker. When we pull up to the plug house, I look at the house and I go right back to sleep. I don't pay no attention. I already know what's going on. So, as soon as we leave there, he wake me up. He's like, bro, man, I need you to drive, bro. I'm sleepy, bro. I need to just drive to Decatur, bro. Just let me get some sleep till we get to Decatur, bro. I got you. We'll do. So I'm like, all right, cool. Bet, I ain't tripping. I'm wake you up when we get to Decatur, though, because you finna get your ass over here and drive. So I end up floating to Decatur. I'm floating. I'm gone. I think I was doing like 100 and something through there. So I get to Decatur. I try to wake Buddy up. Say, hey, come on, man. It's your time to drive. It's your turn. Man, come on, man. Go ahead and make it, bro. Go ahead and go, bro. And shit. He said, if you drive, bro, I'll give you like $500,000. He was like, go ahead and drive, bro, and I'll give you that when we get there. So me, I'm like, man, fuck it. All right, I'm already this far. Fuck it. So now I'm kind of mad because of this nigga, you know what I mean? He trying to sleep and shit, and I gotta drive, and I'm sleepy as fuck. So we had some X pill down there. I ended up taking the X pill, but the bars overpowered the X pill. All I know is, like, it was like, well, I ain't find out till after, but all I know is when I'm flying down the highway, I'm almost home. I see 37 miles to my town. You feel me? It said 37 or 27 miles to my town. So, boom. I get excited. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm finna floor this bitch. I hit pedal to the metal. I'm gone. I seen a car on the side, on the shoulder, but I'm not thinking it's a law. So me, I fly by the law. Shoot. Next thing I know, the lights on. Must I remind y'all, I didn't know where nothing was at. I just said I was asleep when we pulled up. I was asleep. So I didn't know where nothing was at. I couldn't say nothing. You get what I'm saying? And this nigga, he barred out. He high, he drunk, all that shit too. So when I wake him up, I'm like, nigga, the police behind us. Nigga, like, get situated, get right. This nigga wake up and ask me where the dope at. I say, nigga, I don't know, nigga. I was asleep the whole time you went out your business. I don't know where nothing at. Whole time, the dope is in a motherfucking McDonald's bag in front of this nigga, down in the flow boat, in front of his feet. But he so gone out bars, he done forgot. He done forgot where he put it. So he don't even know where it's at when they pull us over. I'm stalling and everything, going like... So they get out the car. They come and pull me out immediately. They said the reason was my eyes was bloodshot red and some shit, I was intoxicated or some shit. So they pulled me out first, put me right on in the back of the the state trooper car. They put me in the back of the state trooper car. Shit, I'm in handcuffs just hoping he gets situated because like when they taking me to the back, bro, you got time. You got time to do something. You could have jumped out, ran. You could have do the shit. You had time. That's all I'm saying. It was only one law. So, boom. I'm in the back seat of the car. Now he go up there to him. When he go up there to him, all I can hear is they talking. I don't know what they saying or nothing. I just see they talking and shit. But I so fucking nervous and shit. I'm trying to hear what they saying. So at the end of the day, I'm in the front of the police car. So at the end of the day, I reach over with the handcuffs, open the door. You know what I mean? The door open. So I'm sitting there listening. All I know is the dude came back to me. The police came back to me and he asked me, he was like, he was like, is there anything in that car? I'm like, nah, not that I'm aware of. I don't know, shit. Like, I'm just driving. He was like, all right. And then he went and asked the dude. He said, nah, they went through the car. He was on the drive. He went through the driver's side. He went to my side. He put his knee in the seat, leaned over there on the floorboat and grabbed a McDonald's bag, which had the 8 ounces of methamphetamine in it. He grabbed a bag. When he grabbed it, he said, uh-oh. He came back to the hood of the car. Mind you, I'm in the front seat. He dropped the motherfucker right in front of my face. Boom. He go back over there and talk to him. He say, so is that yours? Like, what's up? Who's this? This nigga look at me, looked the other way, scratched his head and was like, I don't know whose it is. I'm like, damn, bro, I thought you said you gonna take your charge. Like, I ain't going in on no dope with you. I ain't selling dope with you. None of that shit. We just real cool. You was my nigga. So I'm like, damn, I thought you gonna take your charge. So when I see him say that, I just drop my head and like, damn. So he come to me. He was like, shit, police was like, so do you know who drugs this is? I say, I don't know, sir. I don't know nothing. I don't know who drugs they is. I said it straight like this. I was like, shit, probably ask him, shit. He probably knows shit. And he was like, well, I already asked him. He said he didn't know neither, so I'm just gonna take both of y'all. I'm like, ain't this about a bitch? This whole ass nigga that bitched up. Instead of trying to take his own case, he want to act like he don't know who shit it is. So, boom, we get to the station. Somehow they took him before me. So it's already 5, 6 in the morning when we get pulled over. So I'm sitting outside for like an hour and a half in a police car, just handcuffed, sitting outside. Cause they gotta book this nigga first and I can't, they don't want me to see him, they don't want none of that. We couldn't be in the same cell and none of that. So I end up finally getting booked in. I'm getting booked in. My first call, I called my baby mama. I was like, hey, look here. Go to, I had a certain pair of shoes that I used to hide money in and the soles and shit. So I tell her, hey man, look here. Go to them Air Max, man, look up under that sole, grab that $2,000, go get me a lawyer. I'm in jail in Henrietta. Just go get me a lawyer. I don't want to hear nothing else. She was on it. She was like, all right, cool. Come to find out, we knew the same lawyer. Me and this nigga, we knew the same lawyer. For the simple fact is he had another case that he was trying to fight with this lawyer, and that's how I knew the lawyer. So I end up in jail, you know what I mean? And one thing you should never do when you go to jail is ask them motherfuckers for advice. Cause them the last motherfuckers you want to get advice from. Like, and I did it, my dumb ass, I did it. I'm sitting here, I asked them, somebody was walking by with child and shit, trying to feed everybody. And I stopped him, I said, hey man, what you think they gonna do to me, man? He was like, what you get caught with? I was like, man, it was like 8 zips of meth. He was like, oh man, I ain't even gonna lie, your bond gonna be like $250,000. So I was like, so how much I gotta have to get out on that? He was like, man, unless you got 20,000 or better, man, you better just get comfortable. Soon as he say that, I just break down. I'm like, 20,000? I ain't got no damn 20,000. Like, the hell I'm gonna get 20,000 from? Shit, I barely had the two to pay the lawyer type shit. So boom, I end up standing there until later on that night. I end up getting out like at 8 o'clock that night. The lawyer had came and got me out. He came bonding me out. Boom. He came and got me out. He got that nigga out too. Soon as he got me out, he dropped me. He dropped my case. because it would have been a conflict of interest if he was representing both of us. So he dropped my case. So I'm out here with no lawyer, no nothing. Little did I know that from that traffic stop, and they was already on him, that the feds was watching me now. When this happened, the feds watching me now, and I still don't even know it. You feel me? So when I got out of jail, I'm on the news and everything. As soon as I go back to my hood, my niggas like, man, what the hell, nigga? We seen you on the news. You. And I'm like, yeah, man, this whole ass nigga didn't want to claim his shit. They get on my ass. Nigga, I told you shouldn't let me rob him. You shouldn't let me rob him. I'm like, nigga, I should have, damn. But it's too late for that now. So I'm stressing now. Cause I'm like, damn, you know, I gotta have me a lawyer before I go to court because I just don't want to do me any kind of way with a public defender. So I'm stressing this shit. I was like, fuck it, I'm finna just go get me a job, fly straight. But to the feds, it didn't matter, it didn't mean shit. For the simple fact is, I had an old school car that had more money in it than they get they salary. You know what I mean? Like, it had the two-tone blue and white paint. My interior was blue and white. My rims was 24s, the newest 24s with the blue dust covers on the back. I had screens falling out the ceiling and I forgot what them things called, but yeah, like I had the whole nine in there. You know what I mean? I had the bang in there. And I think as soon as they seen my car, they was like, oh yeah, he's selling something. We just gonna go ahead and continue to watch him. My car didn't make my situation no better. But little that they know, I wasn't selling shit. My thing was females at the time. I'll talk to a female and have her so in love, she'll give me anything I want if I ask. You know what I mean? Around that time, matter of fact, a female dropped 14 crispy hunnids in my hand, like a month and a half, 2 months before that. Like, my game was females, you know what I mean? Like, and so they start watching me. I go get a job. I start working at a college. I was a cook. And I just cooled out on everything. I stopped everything and I started taking bars more and heavier. I started taking Xanax heavier. So at this time, I'm just trying to, every day I got off, I pop 2 bars and drink a Bud Light Platinum. Every day. Didn't miss a day. And so one day I wanted to get off the bar. So I'm like, man, I'm finna stop taking these hoes. So I stopped taking them. When I stopped taking them, I'm out on the balcony one day on the dock. I end up passing out on the dock while I'm on the rail. I fell off the rail, hit the ground, busted my head open. Go to the hospital. They found a Lortab in my pocket, which if y'all watch my videos, y'all remember I broke my neck. Yeah, I got prescribed Lortab, Somas, and Xanax. So they found the Lortab in my pocket, and they was trying to take that. The police was trying to blame me behind it. I had to tell them, hey, look out, man, I had this injury. That's why I take them. And, you know what I mean? They was like, let me see some paper. If we could see some paperwork on it, we'll drop all this. All this will be let go. So I brought up the paperwork. They ended up leaving me alone. But I say 6 months, 8 months after I got out, 6 to 8 months after I got out, I get a anonymous phone call. It wasn't anonymous, but I didn't know who it was, put it like that. So I just answered the phone because I've been having the same phone for years. So I just answered the phone. The first thing I heard is, yeah, this is Agent Weaver. And I was just calling to let you know that I know everything I know about you driving him up the highway 20-something times. And see, this is where he fucked up at, because he was talking a little bit too much instead of trying to listen. If anybody gonna say something, like he was doing all the talking. And the shit that he was saying, it wasn't adding up. Like, oh, you said I was driving? You said I drove him up there 20-something times? And I'm thinking in my head, like, oh, if you think that, you know, this information is right, I'm like, then you ain't got nothing, you feel me? So I tell him automatically. I was like, sir, honest to God, truth, I was like, man, I'm just ready to go to trial because I don't even know what you talking about. I don't know nothing you talking about, so I'm ready to go to trial. I said, I'm ready to go to trial. He get mad. He say, I'm just trying to keep your black ass out of trouble. I say, well, all due respect, sir, I just want to go take it to trial and get this over with. I ain't gonna even lie. He said, well, can you tell me about the house y'all went to? Can you tell me about anything? I said, I can't tell you about something I don't know. I can't tell you. He was like, just remember, I tried to keep your ass out of trouble. And hung up on me. Click. So I'm like, fuck it. Y'all ain't got shit anyway. If you thinking you rolling off of what you just told me, I know y'all ain't got shit. So I'm hyped up at the time. I'm ready to go to trial. All this false ass information, I know I'm finna beat something. So I'm ready to go to trial. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And next thing I know, Buddy done got caught in the same county 2 different times after the time that we had got caught together. Like, he had got caught 2 different times, 2 more times with more dope. So eventually they just dropped the shit on me and they started looking at him more. But the whole time I didn't know they ever dropped it on me. I'm thinking I still gotta go to trial and everything. I'm just waiting. So I end up seeing Buddy. I end up seeing him at the car wash. And I went and grabbed one of my niggas and shit. Like, it was a couple of them with him though. A couple niggas with him though. Long live money bomb. But I went and grabbed my niggas. Shit, we pull up on him at the car wash. I'm washing the rims off my Chevy. I'm washing the rims and shit. We pull up on him and his brother and his homie. And all I know is I got out the car and I'm telling him, hey, say what's up, Holmes? You gonna take your case or what's up? Or we gonna get down right now. He's so scared at the time, he hiding behind his Caprice though. He mumbling like, yeah, man, I told you I'm gonna take it. He's scratching his head just like in the situation we was in. Yeah, man, I told you, man, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I was like, oh, okay. And my niggas, they didn't want to come down there for nothing, so they still trying to punch somebody or something. So my nigga Drew asked me, he was like, man, what you trying to do, J-Rock? I was like, nigga, shit, it's whatever. All the homies standing around looking at shit. These niggas getting in cars. I know he trying to get in his car. I'm like, man, bro, fuck that shit. Let's go, bro. That nigga said he gonna take the case. So we end up leaving. I say about a month or 2 after that, I get a phone call from the girl who turned me on to him. See, me and her fell out because she was like, me and her fell out because I was hanging with him too much at first. And she felt like I took her spot and knocked her out the picture, so she quit fucking with me. But then, like when I quit fucking with him, she was still fucking with him, and I quit fucking with both of them. And then when he get knocked, before he get knocked, he do some whole shit to her. So she tried to come back and fuck with me when he get knocked. She called me and she was like, yeah, they just raided what's the whoop-de-whoop house, and these niggas going down, they looking for whoop-de-whoop. And I'm like, oh yeah. She was like, but come with me if you want to get some get back. Come with me, shit. I'll take you somewhere we can get the cars. They got Caprices on 24s and whoop-de-whoop. I know how to get them hoes. I know where everything at. So I'm like, all right, bet, come get me. Shit, we go over there to the one spot, but the law was watching that motherfucker too. So, like, we didn't do nothing. We ain't fuck with nothing or nothing. So I just gone about my business. And he ended up calling her though. Ended up calling her and asking her to come somewhere where he was at. And I'm thinking like, nah, bitch, I ain't going where he at. Bitch, he hot. Hell no. All they need is to see me and him together again. Oh, nah, hell nah. Fuck that. So I tell her in the middle of driving over there, I said, where you going? She tell me, oh, no, look here, either take me home or, she was like, look, you just stay in the car. Look, man, I don't want to be nowhere around this motherfucker. So I let her go over there. She run in there, she run back out. I think it was like a little bit after that, I'm so worried about the case. I'm like, damn, man, I ain't heard nothing. Ain't nobody called me. I don't know nothing. So I was like, shit, call the courthouse. See if you got to go to court or anything. I end up calling, I forgot who I called. I think I had my mama to call. She called him, was asking about it. The whole time the case was dismissed. I ain't even know it. So I'm like, okay, cool. So the feds still on this nigga ass though. They end up catching him. They end up catching him and give him 60 years. You get what I'm saying? And I'm so good of a nigga. I got a good heart. You feel what I'm saying? When they caught the nigga and gave him 60 years and shit, the nigga reached out to me. The nigga ended up calling me. Like on some sorry shit. Damn, man, I fucked up, bro. My bad. I ain't mean to, I ain't mean for it to go like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, though. It's always, when you fuck over a nigga, when you do something to a nigga, you gonna need that nigga before he needs you. Because if it was like that shit, you wouldn't never fucked over him anyway. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, that just goes to say, man, watch who you're around. Keep the right company around you. Probably don't even keep no company around you nowadays. There's so much shit going on, so many niggas snitching, niggas talking this and how they gonna stay solid and do all this. But niggas sitting here, they gonna tell on you once they get in them interrogation rooms. Like that wasn't my dope. That wasn't my dope. But I didn't snitch on him. I still didn't snitch on him and say, oh no, that's his dog. No. We just gonna have to go to jail. We're gonna have to sort this shit out. But I didn't snitch on him. No, we ain't gonna do none of that. But a nigga that it's your shit, you get what I'm saying? You can't claim your own shit. Anytime I ever had any problem, I ain't never had no problem like that because I always got put up and secured before. You know what I mean? So it just goes to say, man, watch your company, man. Watch these people that be around you. You just gotta watch and peep shit nowadays, man, because it's wicked out here. It's real wicked out here. But yeah, man, this is another session of Hood Talk TV, and you rocking with your boy J Rock the Plug, man. Peace.